Good afternoon and welcome to the Transfer Exchange Show. And yes, you can see it going across the bottom of your screen there. Finally, Manchester United have signed Jadon Sancho from Borussia Dortmund for £73 million. Yes, it's been confirmed. Manchester United have brought in the Borussia Dortmund winger, an England international, for £73 million. A far cry from the 108 that they wanted last summer, and then they dropped it to 85. Manchester United got a fantastic deal now for 73 on a contract until 2026 with an option of another year to buy. As I said, far cry from the 108 million what he went. Manchester United fans were over the moon on the internet, on Twitter. A fantastic day for them. Sancho, only 21 years old, scored 50 goals in his career for Dortmund, 64 assists. An absolutely fantastic buy for Manchester United. Before we just go to Nathan, Jadon Sancho has already come out and said, I'll always be grateful for Dortmund for giving me the opportunity to play first team football, although I always knew I would return to England and one day play for my love, Manchester United. It's a dream come true. I cannot wait to perform in the Premier League. This is a young and exciting squad, and I know together we can develop and go on to win something special and win titles. I'm looking forward to working with the manager and his coaching team to further develop his game. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has come out and said Jadon epitomises the type of player that I want to bring to the club. He is a forward, a player in the best traditions of Manchester United, in the best traditions of players like Cristiano Ronaldo, Andrei Kanchelskis. He will be an integral part of the team for the squad for years to come. Everybody's looking forward for him to blossom. His goals, his assists, his records, assists, they all speak for themselves. He will bring tremendous pace, flair, power and creativity to the team. A great day for Manchester United, a fantastic signing. Nathan, thanks for joining us. How are you feeling?
Feeling great, sorry. It's been a long time coming, waiting for this move to happen. And finally it's here. And, we found out, July the 1st that it was completed. But right now, it's just nice to see him in that shirt and he's here officially. So, yeah, it's great to see a player who's going to bring so much to United. We're going to have, a lot of balance now. A proper right-sided winger that's his first and foremost position. So that's great to know. We've got the balance. We're getting the balance. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is bringing back the Man United years of balance, skillful wingers, people who can take you out of the game. I'm loving it. I'm just loving what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, these people that, for the last year or two now that have, had a go at Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Nathan, they've got to eat their words, haven't they?
Sorry?
People who have had a go at Ole Gunnar Solskjaer over the last year or two, I mean, they've got to start eating their words.
Definitely. He's done a good job since he's come in. Steadied the ship massively. Last year, the first year, obviously had many injuries and not much to choose from. And to be able to get us, where he got us was great. Then last season to come second above everyone else when everyone's struggling, we kept it going. We was the second most consistent team in England last year. Obviously just failed to win the Europa Cup. But to be fair, with everything that we had last season, that's the position where you can't expect any more from him. It's Man City you're up against, who had a pretty much, flawless season. So for us, we're moving closer with the signing of Jadon Sancho and hopefully more to come.
Is he that player that can take you to the title, or do you need more?
Oh, we definitely need more. But he's a player that can give us that extra bit of something when Rashford's not playing well or Martial's not playing well or injured, So you're going to still get that same kind of threat going forward. And to have them all playing at the same time is going to be ridiculous. You can always keep quiet one player by doubling up on them. But if you've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, now it's a struggle. Teams won't be able to handle that. As you can see it with the Man City, when they have their players playing and they got their balance, it's very hard to stop right side and left side and middle and attack. You just can't do it. And with Bruno and Pogba in the middle, and then with Sancho, Rashford, Martial, Cavani, any one of those, Greenwoods, any one of those playing in the front three positions now, you're looking at balance all over the place and ability to take you out of your game. Take a man on and take them out and then create that overload. That's what you need. And that's what you need to be able to do in big games where everything's tight and you've got another one added to that squad.
So Man United fans who may not be, too aware of what Sancho's going to be doing, they've got something really exciting to look forward to next season. Then Nathan, it sounds like, don't it?
Yeah. The great thing is it's looking like there's more to come and very high quality as well. So the players that we're getting linked with, the Varans, the Camavingas, you get them two in, it's a different kettle of fish. We've now strengthened in the two areas that we really need to be able to challenge the Cities and the Liverpools of this world. If you get them two in, seriously, you can't, you're up there really challenging. If you don't have them, we won't, I think we'll be still close, but we just won't be able to, challenge for it. I think we'll just miss out in the end, but you never know. It's anybody's game if we get those in because, Varane, tried and tested, World Cup winner, won the league, the Champions League. He's won everything with Real Madrid and he's been a top defender for many years. He's only 28. So end of the day, we're still getting a prime defender there who's got pace. So what we needed was that pace and a player who's got that caliber about him. And that's what he's all about. So if we can bring him in, it makes a massive, massive difference to our defense. And like I say, it means that it opens us up to be able to play that one defensive midfielder instead of two in the middle.
Very exciting for Manchester United, it sounds. And I'm telling you, it looks like there's going to be a few worried teams in the Premiership next, especially defences. I mean, on the subject of Varane, he's at Real Madrid. I was speaking to someone in Spain this morning. The deal's very, very close to being done. It's just a matter of the right things being put on the paperwork. And by the end of the weekend, you could have Varane and Sancho tied up. Varane and Harry Maguire at the centre backs. Also, Manchester United looking for a right back as cover to Wan-Bissaka, or maybe more importantly, to push Wan-Bissaka. That's looking like at this moment in time Kieran Trippier. Atletico Madrid have put a price on his head of £40 million. It's a little bit too much at the moment that Man United, they want to get that down. But Kieran Trippier coming in, Nathan, would he be someone that you would like to see?
Yeah, definitely. It's someone who's got quality going forward. He's got a quality cross on him. That's one thing I've noticed about him. And when Tottenham used to go forward, I haven't seen too much of him at Atletico, but when Tottenham used to go forward and the ball used to get into those wide areas and he used to overlap, he used to put first-time balls into that box with great quality. And that's the one thing that Aaron Wan-Bissaka currently doesn't have, enough of that kind of ability to put balls in. You've seen him put the ball in for Shaw in the final as well. He's the one who killed it round the back, found Shaw, and he smashed it in. So he is a player, and that's the one of the things that we are missing in the United team as well. So you're going to have the whole right side. If we get him in as well, you're going to have different options there. You're playing against tough teams that you have to stop. You've got Wan-Bissaka. You want to go forward and get lots of crosses in. You've got Kieran Trippier. But just to kind of carry on a little bit about Sancho, he's got skills to pay the bills. He can play left side or right side or in behind. To give that many options to United, it's something special. His assist output has been ridiculous since he went to Dortmund. It started off, not the best, but he grew into that position and he's just become one of the best at decision making in the final third. I think he was the second most assists in the Bundesliga. So he does get into the right positions and he does make the right decisions. And that's great for people like Cavani sitting in the box, waiting for stuff to come in. And if you get Kieran, like I said, Kieran Trippier, you've got another person who can deliver. So you have left side and right side deliveries from everywhere. The only thing now is let's try and what I'm looking at now is the season to come. Rashford's gonna be injured or he'll be coming back from injury. Obviously, it means that we're losing that player, and there's a replacement right now will be Sancho. So we won't see the full force of United until Rashford comes back. Then he needs a bit of time to get back to that sharpness that he needs, because you know what he's like. He's like hot and cold. When he's come back and he's not fully on it, he's not the same. But the minute he gets that, that few games under his belt, he looks unstoppable. If we can get him back to that state and Sancho looking like that, you've got a team there.
Yeah. Cavani must be rubbing his hands together to think, you got Rashford one side, Sancho the other, Martial. Important to keep him. Still Nathan to Martial. There's been rumours about he may be moving on, but important to keep the young man.
Definitely. He's someone who's definitely going to reap the benefits from having Sancho on the right as well. This is the thing. A lot of people don't realise what it takes to have a team for one player to do well. Martial, he's struggling in and out, but you don't realise that he's struggling because he doesn't have that many chances a game. It's not like Liverpool, rain balls in the box. And then when he does score, obviously it's usually from something of his own. So for him to get goals in games where he's going to be supplied, and same as Cavani, there's games where you're looking at the game and you're looking at Cavani, you're thinking, it's not him having a bad game. It's just that there's been no service. You're playing the West Broms of this world last season and we didn't get chances to him. Imagine Liverpool or City playing against the West Broms. They're getting 20 chances a game and we maybe had 2 or 3. And you expected to score from that. And not all of them will drop to Martial either. So for me, when you get that balance to your side, it makes a massive difference. And I just, in my mind, it's like excitement coming, because if them players come in, you've got fullbacks who will put a ball in. Then you've got wingers who will put a ball in. Then you've got the people in the box who will put the ball away. So everything you want in your team, if that all comes together, will be there, and it'll be very, very exciting times to be watching United with them boys. And if you get Camavinga, wow, because this guy, he can take you on from the defensive midfielder slot. He will take you out of the game, and then they're already overload, and then he can play Pogba and Bruno to make things happen. Imagine that. You thought you saw enough counter-attacks with Borussia Dortmund. Watch how many counter-attacks. And even last season, you thought you saw enough counter-attacks with Man U. This year, if that happens, man, even more counter-attacks.
Yeah. Paul Pogba must be staying there, mustn't he? I mean, there is the rumours coming from PSG. They are true. They are interested in him. They would take him. Riola's pushing, but surely not. Surely in this side, he's got to stay.
Well, if you get them boys in, Pogba will be silly to leave, because he's wanted to leave during the time where we was on the rebuild. And once we've rebuilt, then leaving once we rebuild, and we're actually looking in a better position than many other clubs in the world. It wouldn't be in Europe, let's say. It wouldn't make sense for him to leave if you was asking me. But for him, he might say to himself, you know what, I want to play with Mbappe and Neymar. I want to play with them boys and win the league. I'll win the league in France now, get my money that I need back to France. Living in France. He might be just happy with that, you never know. But at the end of the day, look, he's got a year left. If he goes, he goes. It's a team game anyway. We'd miss him. Definitely would miss him. But it gives players like Van der Beek a chance to be that popper mover, which you actually need as well. He is a different type of player. He doesn't have the same kind of attributes as Pogba, of course. But he may be a cog that you need in this team to get the ball moving, to get it to them boys in a different way. It's a different way of skinning the cat. And this is the way. I think if he goes, we'll move on and we'll find a way to still be good, good enough to make things happen.
Yeah. I mean, it's all about finding that balance, isn't it? In that midfield, and you don't have to be an £80 million player to. I mean, Liverpool have shown that really with players like Henderson and Milner, and when they've won the title and Champions Leagues. I mean, it's just about finding that right balance, and with players like Fred, McTominay, Van der Beek. Even if Pogba's not there, it wouldn't be such a bad bad thing. But I don't think he's going to leave. I think he'd be crazy to leave, and even if it means, again going and Manchester United sort of seeing his contract out. I don't think that's a bad thing as long as
I don't.
Pogba's on it. As long as he's playing and he's playing well and he's giving his all, then I don't see a problem there, because if he gets him into the Champions League, that just it will
Pay for itself, won't it?
pay for itself anyway.
Mm.
But yeah, it's just exciting times for. Let's just have a look at a few comments in here.
Right.
We'll have a look at Carl. He looks like a Dortmund fan here, Nathan, and he's saying I'm so sad. Yeah, I mean, big loss for Dortmund.
Yeah.
Nathan, so
Yeah.
but then again, Paul don't care. Regular, how you doing, Paul? Sorry you're sad, but he don't care. I love the world today, apart from Messi fans.
Oh my God.
Anyway, he said, I don't care if it rains now. You're getting the mood, aren't you, of these Man United fans at the moment? I mean, they must be on cloud nine, mustn't they?
Definitely.
Absolutely. We've got Carlo, a Liverpool fan. United will not finish above Liverpool.
Well,
what do you think?
I don't see that. I think we will. Reason why is Wijnaldum's gone. Van Dijk ain't going to be back. I don't think he's going to be back straight away start of the season. And if he does, it's a tough thing to come back from and then just play week in, week out again straight away. So he'll be in and out of starting and resting at the beginning because you need that with a knee injury. There's all the other muscles that need strengthening around it. I know he's going to have the best work and stuff like that. But I do think when it comes to knee injuries, you're probably going to see him play a couple games, feel some soreness, need to rest a bit. And between them games, you're going to get losses and draws. So hopefully they'll be the games where we'll win and we'll take us ahead. And before Van Dijk starts, getting back into a run of games and playing every single week again. Yeah. So I can't see. I think it's a good chance that Man U will be ahead of Liverpool. Like I say, it depends who we're going to bring in as well. It's not just Sancho. We need more. More. If we just have Sancho, remember, if Rashford goes for his operation and he's out till October or so, and then he won't be back to October, November times really at his best, you're still looking at a best part of a couple months before we start to see the full team looking great. So, it's one of them things. We just have to wait and see who we get. Then we can make a decision who we think is going to do what.
You've still got Martial, though he could come in on that left. I mean, when he's on it, he's on it. I mean, that's his best position out there on the left, isn't it? When he plays, and Greenwood, up there. I mean, I don't know if Dan James will still stay, but ideally you want Rashford, fit and firing, ASAP. Garth agrees with you, Nathan. He said he'd take that bit off of Carla, and he's betted her £10 that it would happen. And Paul's in on the bet and all. So Man United fans over the moon. Look, nothing can put them down at the moment. And it goes in with Garth's final comment there. I couldn't be any more on board the Sancho hype train right now. It's a very good Friday for United fans, Nathan.
Lovely.
And a great start to the weekend. And as you've already said, it looks like Raphael Varane's just round the corner. They're going to be a force next season. That's for sure. So if it just to finish on, if it stayed like this, where do you think United would finish? Do you fancy him for the title?
If it stays like this, I don't think we'll be there yet. I think we'll be just obviously City is still going to be favourites anyway. It's just if we get all our targets. City are still going to be favourites, but we have a good chance of making something happen, I think. So we just need to see what happens.
Yeah. Take it a bit by bit, and but I think the signing of Raphael Varane,
that can make a massive difference.
Oh yeah, could be even bigger than a Sancho signing. To that degree. He's not too sure about that. But look, it's a great day for Friday for Manchester United fans.
Yeah.
Great start to the weekend. I'm sure it's going to continue with Raphael Varane looks like coming in, Kieran Trippier looks like coming in, and look, I wouldn't be surprised if there was another one or two coming in that Solskjaer is working on at this very minute. Nathan, thanks for joining us.
No worries. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks everyone in the comments. You look like you're in a very good mood, especially all the Manchester United fans and those Liverpool and Dortmund fans that are in the comments. You know, heads up. You know, it's a long season. You never know what your transfer window's going to end up finishing like. So let's have a few smiles from you. So look, until then, we'll be back on Sunday. If anything happens big during the week, today, tomorrow, day after, we'll be on air letting you know what's going on. So until then, peace out, stay safe, and still wash your hands.